Welcome to the greatest show on earth, Mexican style. Your host, Jorge Dirty Face the Clown Paez.
Much sweat, completely dehydrated.
He showed a lot of heart and a lot of courage in being a world champion. And even here, going down the 3 times, as you said, he was able to make it through the round.
Oh, good shot. Good shot there, very hurtful.
Famous for his somersaults and backflips in the ring, Jorge Paez ruled the 80s and 90s boxing scene as a colorful character who provided full value for money to boxing aficionados for nearly 2 decades. While the Clown Prince of Boxing wasn't as great as someone like Salvador Sanchez or Julio Cesar Chavez, he was still a highly skillful boxer whose ability to evade punches
And Paez begins to play
and fire back with fury got in the ring.
Both men turned pro, by the way, back in 1984. A nice uppercut there by Paez. And a good left hook as well. Nice rhythm here by Jorge Paez. Lovely uppercuts as well again there from Paez.
Set him apart from the rest of his peers. In today's video, we look back at the career of one of the most iconic figures in boxing. Born and raised in Mexicali, Mexico, Jorge Paez was the son of a boxer from the 1950s. After his parents' separation, Paez found himself under the care of his grandmother, who was the proprietor of Circus Olvera. To make ends meet, Paez started his journey as a circus performer, specializing in acrobatics. He would also entertain viewers with his clownery, but since he had the blood of a boxer running through his veins, he would often showcase his will to throw down in the streets. Owing to his aggressive nature, Paez's grandmother asked him to take up boxing. Grandma's lesson was simple.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
Paez never liked boxing, but the idea of earning money through fistfighting wasn't a hard pass. In his early teens, the Mexican phenom's uncle introduced him to boxing, marking the beginning of one of the most acrobatic, electrifying, and colorful careers in the sport. From 1984 to 1988, Paez competed 28 times with 25 victories, 2 defeats, and 1 draw, before eventually bagging an IBF featherweight title shot against Calvin Grove, an undefeated 34-0 boxer who was regarded as one of the most technical fighters of his time. Paez had a snowball's chance in hell, yet he fought fire with fire in front of his people in his hometown of Mexicali. While Calvin wasn't entirely in his groove early on, he still managed to put Paez off balance.
If it was 12, he would still be the champion. That was a pushdown.
Paez survived and then unleashed hell in the shape of a tight right hook.
Hang in there against Paez, and there was the right. The crowd responds as Grove holding on.
Once Grove made his way back up, Paez went berserk.
Into the 15th. Could he survive? No 3 knockdown rule for an IBF champion.
And down went Grove again.
Down for the 2nd time.
Grove was tough, but probably too tough for his good. He got up again, only to taste the mat once more.
That's right, he's pulling up his instincts from all those fights, those amateur fights that he had.
The fight was close up until Paez's late flurry of strikes, which earned him the victory and the IBF featherweight title by a majority decision. Since the first fight was too good to be true, a second one was automatically warranted. Only this time, the Mexican was the man to beat. Grove was confident heading into the rematch.
Well, the thing I expect, he rushes in, and I was going straight back. So we cleared that up, so we won't be going straight back. And you see, tomorrow I'm just going to pick him apart. I have the tools to do that. He can't get any better.
But so was Paez.
It's going to be different this time. I'm not going to be fighting like I did last time. I came out really slow. This time I'm going to be going in like a bull. And I'm very well trained to hold the 12th round if I can knock him out.
Like their first fight, the rematch also took place in Mexicali, although with lower temperance and under 12-round rules, meaning that El Maromero could afford to be more aggressive. And he indeed was.
8-ounce Sayer glove.
A little less than 120 back in August.
Only 85 degrees.
First round action.
Paez grew stronger as the rounds progressed.
In what way?
More confident, heavier shots.
Stunned again. Trying to move away. Paez.
The red lights come on at the last 10 seconds of the round.
And a little cheeky, as he so often was.
The champion, Jorge Paez. And he's enjoying it.
The fight continued in close quarters, where both fighters had moments.
Right hand in front of his face, not protecting that eye, but protecting his nose.
Paez now measuring. You ever see Calvin Grove get measured? Oh, Grove, a big left, and another one. Grove snaps out of
The finish came late in the 11th round after Paez rattled his opponent with a couple of big right hands. And then a left hook that dropped Grove.
Round 11 is down.
Grove failed to beat the 10 count, giving Paez another remarkable victory. Paez's next title defense ended in a split draw against Luis Espinoza, following which he restarted his string of victories, most notably taking out Alan Makikoki in late 1989 in a non-title bout. Early in the fight, Paez was oozing with confidence, jabbing relentlessly with his hands low, followed by a lightning-fast cat-like combo. And some showboating. Paez was too quick for his slow and sloppy opponent.
Right hand, wow. This guy weighs.
Although at times crazy enough to trade punches with his foe in close range.
Bluebirds come out. Now a flurry will come up.
Paez's precision, defense, and counters got better as the fight progressed.
That's the end of the round.
So much so that his opponent quit between rounds 6 and 7. Paez continued his acrobatic rise in boxing when he stepped up to face Lupe Gutierrez in an IBF featherweight title defense. Dressed in yet another glittery outfit, Paez danced his way to war.
So he must really like Batman. Little cultural endeavor.
He also had a special haircut for a special occasion, with the word Mexico shaved on his head.
Featherweight championship of the world is scheduled for 12.
Gutierrez took the fight to the champion in the first round, opening a wide cut in Paez's eyebrow at the midway point.
Paez. Gutierrez still there and fighting hard.
And Gutierrez did land a strong right hand above that left eye of Paez.
Boy, both these guys are throwing thunder. Everything they've got. Look at that left hook to the body that Gutierrez throws. Strength.
Gutierrez kept Paez on the ropes for the major part of round 2 as well.
Ankle problem because of the fight or because of the possible victory somersault after a championship fight. Final seconds of the second round. Another good one for the challenger, Gutierrez.
Paez came back stronger in round 3.
And it's Paez waiting for his up.
No effect at all on Paez.
But by the 5th round, Paez was connecting at will.
By Paez. Knock out his 2 losses, both early in his career in 6-round bouts by decision.
His corner like saying, oh boy, that one hurt.
The 6th round was the bloodiest of them all, as Paez upped the ante, landing bombs and ending Gutierrez's night with one hit after another.
In the 6th round, Gutierrez just been shoved around the ring.
I don't know what he's waiting for. There it is. That's the end.
Paez was still the king of the jungle, but with each vanquished challenge, a new and far tougher one appeared. Paez's next challenge was Troy Dorsey, a world champion kickboxer who had made a name for himself in boxing because of his ferocious brawling.
The 27-year-old Texan is also a 3-time kickboxing world champion. Now he brings this experience to the boxing ring. The relentless style and dreams of capturing the IBF Featherweight Championship.
Paez had a knack for throwing down too, so it was tipped to be an exciting battle. And it didn't disappoint. Instead of being his usual Agent of Chaos self, Paez walked out as the Dark Knight with a Batman logo carved on his head. Dorsey swung for the fences like he'd come out of Arkham and put the champion immediately under pressure.
He took himself to the wire last night. He's got to launch a kamikaze attack here to begin with. He's got to start. This is exactly the game plan that Dorsey envisioned. Right, attacking the body, driving.
Paez patiently ate dozens of shots on the ropes.
Scoring is on the 10-point must system. Handled by 3 scoring judges. No standing 8 count.
Dorsey refused to put his foot off the gas, forcing Paez to fire back as well.
Boston Rhodes a shot at Paez. Dorsey's win moved him up in the rankings. That's why he's here, although this is only his.
Since the American had a ton of success at round 2, he continued to apply pressure in round 3. Unfortunately, it backfired. Dorsey managed to beat the 10 count, but he was undeterred as he continued to trade in the pocket.
That is the nickname of Jorge Paez. That means flipper or somersault, stemming from Paez's backflips to celebrate.
The trend continued throughout the fight. There was not a moment when Dorsey wanted to fight at a distance with a superior boxer. One after another, punches continued to fly in their phone booth-style showdown.
Cali, Mexico. That right hand got in, thrown by Paez. Oh, good shot by Paez. And leads with the right hand.
Doing hammering shots, not those shots from outside like that.
The two continued to throw ballistic rights and nuclear lefts till the end.
We'll go to the scorecards. Down to 10 seconds remaining for the IBF featherweight title. And that is it.
After 12 rounds of back-and-forth war, Paez was declared the winner by a razor-close split decision.
Paez, in a disputed decision, has retained his IBF featherweight crown as he...
A couple of fights later, Paez lost his IBF belt to Tony Lopez. But after a string of victories, he was back in title contention, facing the late legend Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker for the WBA, WBC, and IBF lightweight titles. The first minute of the fight was watchful, but Paez put his opponent on notice with a series of body shots.
The back of the neck. Whitaker starting to jab to the body early.
And Paez.
Whitaker responded with a couple of jabs and shots to the body.
You know that this fight may go 12 rounds. Whoever gets in the better body punches earlier is going to have an easier night.
Able to stop Paez's charges with
and get hurt without even punch being thrown.
The second round was just as competitive as the first.
17 punches, according to Punchstat in round number 1. But there's an uppercut from Paez that landed and was probably his.
He is not truly backing up. He's circling him and keep touching.
Solid left hand.
He has so much confidence. Waves in whether he gets hit or not.
The tactical slugfest continued in the third round, with Whitaker having the better of the exchanges.
Conventional jab in the fight, and he may not throw one. Now he comes in with the rep. As you look at Paez's forays,
Whitaker may have to decide, I've got to fight. And I don't think he's made the decision yet. When he does, it change things. But right now, he's playing around with
There's the right hand by Paez. Whitaker lands a left. Whitaker's jab is starting to shorten up.
Paez landed a few big punches early in round 4, momentarily rocking Whitaker. Whitaker survived, but Paez refused to put his foot off the gas. The middle rounds were full of punches to the head and body. Maromero was eating big shots, but he continued to march forward like a zombie. The final 2 rounds of the fight gave fans non-stop violence as both men gave one another a taste of hell. After 12 rounds of intense battle, Whitaker was awarded the victory by a unanimous decision. But Maromero received full marks for his lion-hearted effort. Having failed to capture the WBA, WBC, and IBF lightweight titles against Whitaker in 1991, Paez bounced back with a string of victories, with his most notable win coming against Roger Bonine in the summer of 1992. The Mexican phenom was unusually quiet during his introduction, and perhaps wanted his fists to do the talking instead.
6 IBF lightweight contender, introducing the Clown Prince of Boxing.
Bonine landed a sharp combination early.
Showtime in the circus.
Paez didn't land that many strikes, but when he unleashed a left hook, Bonine was brought to his knees.
All right, Dad, what'd you get me into? Why'd we come all the way from Chattanooga to see this clown?
Bonine beat the 10 count, but Paez was now in the driving seat.
Paez is winding up now. This isn't going to last long, folks.
Midway through the first round, Paez stunned Bonine twice in a matter of seconds.
Shrug of the shoulders. Paez looks one way and fakes like magic jab from the other.
Then came the final flurry.
That's all the fight. That's over.
It was typical Jorge Paez performance, where not only did he embarrass his opponent with punches and bunches, but also added insult to injury with constant showboating and antics. The same could be said against Paez's fight against Eric Madrid. Paez entered the ring dressed as a big carrot, according to the commentary team.
A little early for Halloween or what? What is that?
I think he looks like a big carrot.
And one that was hard to digest for his opponent. Early on, Paez broke his foe's rhythm with taunting.
Madrid in blue. Paez in the corner.
Then he evaded shots like he was from the Matrix.
Again, somewhere down the line for a...
Eric Madrid, there's a good right by Madrid, but he was really a hot...
And then he let his hands go.
Good left hook by Paez.
Madrid landed some nice shots at round 2, but with a bit of dirty boxing.
Well, he's all over Paez.
But Eric Madrid wants to make it a fight. And he's all business in there. And most of those...
However, Paez was still the sharper puncher by a mile.
So he's used to putting on a show. Well, there's a good...
Round 2 coming to a close, and nice exchange by the two. We'll be back after this.
Round 3 was the most entertaining, with Madrid throwing ballistic punches and Paez landing nuclear counters.
Pretty good flow, too.
Well, he felt that right hand. And the blood really spurting now after that right hand. Paez is the opponent.
But he realizes that they'll have to from the nose. He may have a cut lip as well. And Paez is just...
Round 4 was a one-sided beatdown, with Paez rocking Madrid with his cat-like reflexes.
Up to lose, so...
The fight was stopped since Madrid's face was a bloody mess. Once Paez bounced back into the win column against Madrid, he managed to win 6 in a row and challenged Oscar De La Hoya, who was 13-0 at the time of their fight. Paez used his highly anticipated fight for political campaigning, shaving Ernesto Zedillo's name on his head to cast his vote for the presidential candidate.
Scheduled for 12 rounds, and you can see, what does that say in the hair?
If only he had focused on fighting. Early in the first round, Maromero pressed the action against De La Hoya.
On August 4th of 1988, it was a 15-round decision, 3 times in the final round to get the championship. Paez's
opponent jabbed relentlessly, however.
De La Hoya, what he was told he was by the trainer.
3 in a row following his loss to Oscar De La Hoya, before bouncing back with 3 victories to earn a vacant WBC Continental Americas Super Featherweight title shot against Narciso Valenzuela. Narciso had a great first round as he capitalized on Paez's slow start to attack with sweet combinations.
Fighter. But I think his best period came between 88 and beat Paul Hodgkinson in a WBC title fight.
Paez would hit back now and then.
He beat Eduardo Perez, lost it to Jose Manjares, won it again.
Paez produced the bigger moments in round 2, tagging his foe on several occasions.
So 2 Mexicans then contesting this WBC Continental American. He's a journeyman fighter, that's for sure now, in 87. So interesting fight.
Narciso fired back whenever he found an opening.
His 2 draws, but he's stopped 27 opponents. Well, that was about.
The 2 went berserk in round 3, fighting in close quarters and with vicious intentions. Then came an uppercut from the pits of hell that sent Narciso crashing to the mat.
Oh, good shot. Good shot there. Very hurtful punch by Jorge Paez.
After 4 consecutive defeats in title fights, Paez finally managed to get his hands on a gold belt, which he lost in his very first title defense against Julian Wheeler. But that set him up for an electrifying rematch in January of 1997.
Well, I'm looking for him to probably come straight at me, trying to land a little bit more body shots, and think he's probably going to get aggressive this time, but I'm ready, I'm prepared for him.
Just as Wheeler expected, Paez drew first blood with a stinging combination.
Fight in the way that he had previous fights. One thing he did, no other goofing around in the ring, no dancing, no singing.
Soon after, Wheeler let his hands go as well.
Fighters ever to climb into this or any other ring. Good right hand by Paez. Now Paez has got some power, make no mistake about it. And
the back and forth continued.
Will be the sorrier for it, I'm sure. And this order is a 2-man. Right hand by Paez. Down not once but twice, but he got back up and fought a courageous battle.
Things started to heat up as rounds went on.
Certain fighters face people whose styles just are never right for them.
Getting off first, Paez comes back with a countering left hand, but Wheeler, you'd think that he should be able to get a shot with him.
Yeah, but he possesses a pretty good punch. Espinosa certainly a lot more than this.
The final few rounds were a slugfest.
I ended up scoring it even. I had him down 2 points going in. Paez needs to throw some punches, Tom.
Yeah, this isn't doing him any good. The crowd loved it on the line tonight. He beat Paez.
After 12 rounds of war, Paez was declared the winner and once again the WBC Continental Americas Super Featherweight title holder. After successfully defending his title once, Paez went in search of more belts, facing Juan Ángel Macias in a vacant NABU Super Featherweight title. Paez walked out to fight wearing another outrageous outfit and fully in his zone, dancing non-stop.
Something. Forget the 17 years. Forget that this is his 93rd professional fight. This guy is something else again. Wild, undisciplined, but I tell you, when he gets in the ring...
Paez carefully made his reads on Macias in the first round, although he did eat shots like it was his breakfast.
Years in boxing, he only had 5 bracelets. That's right. Well, you know, boxing is that kind of a game. Coming down to the close of round number 1.
I'm quite sure what the pelvic thrust does and make people laugh.
Although Paez found it hard to time his shots, he still managed to land a few nice ones.
Macias with the right hand up there. Macias against the rope. There's that bolo punch at him and really throwing a lot of punches here and exerting a lot of energy in the second round.
The back and forth went on for a few more rounds.
Trying to utilize it here in the second round of this fight.
Macias was indicating he got hit low, and when nobody paid any attention to him, he whacked Paez low.
Well, Paez apologized for that low punch. You know, Paez is traditional being a pretty clean fighter. There was a headbutt that opened the cut so that if it should go to the card, it has to be stopped because of it. It go to a technical decision. I didn't see any I didn't either, but they've been...
In the 6th round, Paez dropped Macias, courtesy of a few tight hooks.
He's bleeding again, but we'll check it in a moment. Oh, Macias! Oh!
Once Macias got up, Paez finished him with a final flurry of strikes.
The guy is hurt and knows how to finish him off. And he's got Macias in Macias's corner. Russell's looking on. Yeah. And I think Pat's going to have... There's 10 seconds left.
Oh, come on. This is enough.
That's it.
With that, Paez added another title to his trophy cabinet. Even so, Maromero's craving for additional gold remained unsatisfied. A few months later, Paez stepped up to face Juan Polo Perez for the vacant IBA America's Super Featherweight title. For this fight, Maromero came out wearing Nacho Libre's luchador tights instead of his colorful boxing shorts.
Esta noche, Lamar está listo pues con los anuncios de rigor.
As usual, Paez took more than he gave early on.
La Asociación Internacional de Boxeo entre los ligeros juniors, pantalón blanco para el colombiano.
Regardless, Paez kept coming forward. Paez got sharper as seconds passed by.
Alguna vez se dijo más ruido que nueces, pero es que Maromero tiene una izquierda muy dura, otra más, una mano durísima a la zona hepática, mano muy dura que le quitó el aire, está trabajando bien con la izquierda abajo, Maromero, una izquierda y una derecha ahora.
The fight was bananas in the final minute of round 2, as both fighters traded with reckless abandon.
Da la impresión de que el Maromero quiere liquidar este pleito antes de...
In close range, Paez dropped Perez with a sharp right hook.
El lanzador está trabajando abajo. ¡Oh, lo tomó! Con una derecha.
Perez refused to beat the 10 count, handing Paez another career-defining victory since it was the final title win of his career. Paez continued to fight for 5 more years, with the majority of his fights and victories coming in non-title bouts. He eventually retired in December of 2003 on the back of an 18-fight unbeaten run. Beyond his championships in multiple weight classes, Jorge Maromero Paez's lively personality and acrobatic entrances symbolized the essence of entertainment in the sport. His resilience and enduring popularity spanning nearly 2 decades cemented him as a beloved figure in the world of combat. So much so that his legacy extends beyond statistics and championship belts. The Clown Prince of Boxing was an icon who made the sweet science fun. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for updates. Thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to having you with us in the next video.